when we are doing work using different forms of energy, the energy is converted to another form of energy. So take an example. We are generating electricity using windmill. Windmill means sulamola. So in the windmill, we are generating electricity. We use the kinetic energy of wind to generate the electricity. So we are using kinetic energy of wind. So in the windmill, there is a dynamo. So using this dynamo, the kinetic energy of wind is converted to electrical energy. So we can generate electricity. So here you can see the kinetic energy of wind is converted to electrical energy. We call this process energy transformation. Energy transformation. In Sinhala, Shakti Parinamana. Manata Shakti Parivartane. Shakti Parivartane. So kinetic energy converted to electrical energy. Conversion of one form of energy to another form of energy we called energy transformation. Turn to page number 92. There is a self-assessment that is for you. So you have to write the energy transformation of these two instances. There are two instances. First one is obtaining light from an electric bulb. Obtaining light from an electric bulb. So here we need electricity to light the bulb. So we need electricity. That means electric energy. So this electric energy is converted to light energy of bulb. And also here heat energy also generated. So when lighting a bulb, an electric bulb, the electric energy is converted to light energy and heat energy. Second instance is generating electricity by a dynamo. So dynamo. So working of dynamo, there should be a movement. Otherwise dynamo will not work. To generate electricity, dynamo should be rotated. So there should be a movement. That means there should be kinetic energy. So if there is a movement, the moving things contain kinetic energy, Chalaka Shaktiya. So kinetic energy of dynamo is converted to electric energy. We are talking about forms of energy. Okay, think about a water stream. A waterfall like this is a waterfall. So you already know the flowing water contains energy. We call that kinetic energy, Chalaka Shaktiya. So this flowing water contains kinetic energy. So how the water get energy to flowing? The water in a waterfall flowing from higher position to low position. So this in higher position there should be an energy. That's why this water, the flowing water gets kinetic energy. So think about this one. Think about a toy car. Winding toy car. So you have seen the winding toy cars. In this toy cars we have to wind it. For the moving, we have to wind it. After winding, the car can move. So, in this winding toy car, there is a spiral spring. When we wind it, some energy is stored in the spiral spring. So, you can see here there are two shapes of spiral spring. Because when we wind in the spiral spring, the shape of this spring has been changed. You can see the changes of spiral spring. So it contains some energy. So we call this energy potential energy, Vibhava Shakti. So in our second form of energy is potential energy, Vibhava Shakti. So here the water in higher position contain potential energy. When it's flowing, the potential energy is converted to kinetic energy. Here, spiral spring, winding the toy car, it contains the potential energy, Vibhava Shakti. The energy stored in an object because of the change of positions or change of shape, we call it potential energy. So potential energy means energy stored in an object because of change of the position and change of the shape. You should have remember these two things. Change of positions and change of shape. So think about waterfall. Water in a reservoir in higher position. So it contains this potential energy because the position has been changed. So waterfall, what will happen? It contains potential energy. So when flowing the water, this potential energy converted into kinetic energy. So that's why the flowing water contains an energy, the kinetic energy. So then think about the winding wall clock. Winding wall clock. When we wind the wall clock, some energy is stored in the spring, spiral spring. When we wind it, the potential energy is stored. So after winding, when the clock is working, this potential energy is converted into kinetic energy and also sound energy. So there's an activity you have to do. Activity 7.5 in page number 93 and 94. You have to making a toy card. So you can read the activity and you can make a toy card, and also you have to write some instances. Name 5 instances where there is potential energy. So there are a lot of instances. We can see the potential energy. You can write 5 of them. So these potential energy and kinetic energy are commonly known as mechanical energy. Until now we have discussed kinetic energy and potential energy. So both of these energies we called one name, that is mechanical energy. In Sinhala we called යාන්ත්‍රික ශක්තිය. චාලක ශක්තියටයි විභව ශක්තියටයි දෙකටම කියන වචනේ තමයි යාන්ත්‍රික ශක්තිය, mechanical energy. Our third form of energy is electrical energy. So electricity. We have discussed a lot of things about electricity in our second lesson, and also when you were in grade 6. We have discussed so many things about electricity, generation of electricity, what are the instances we are using electricity. So think about the instances where we are using electricity. The lightning bulbs and rotating fans, heating water, and what are the things? Then pumping water, then ironing, cooking and washing clothes. So many things. Think about your home and your classroom, in your school. There are a lot of instances when we are using electricity. So here you have to write what are the instances we are using electricity. In activity 7.6, you have to write some instances. And also we can rotating a motor. Here there are some pictures, some instances we are using electricity, rotating a motor, and there are some toy cars we are using working from electricity. Then lightning bulb, and here ironing clothes. Then in page number 95, there is a table. You have to write appliance and usage of appliances. You have to write the appliances working from electricity and what is the use of that appliance. Here you have to write electrical appliances. There are so many appliances, electrical appliances in your home. Computers, mobile phones, light bulbs, fans, toasters, rice cooker, washing machine, and so many things, and iron. So you can write these things and you can complete the table. So here now you can realize the electricity is most usable energy. Type of form of energy is electricity. So let's discuss about activity 7.7. Here you have to make a bell functioned by electricity. I think you can do it at home. You can make this bell functioning by electricity. Our fourth form of energy is sound energy. In Sinhala, Dwani Shaktiya. Now we are talking about sound energy. So you can hear different types of sounds in your environment. What are those sounds? Thundering, horns of vehicles, sound of vehicles, and sound of air, and sound of birds, and sounds of radio, speakers. There are lot of kind of sounds. I think you have experienced that when there is thundering, the windows and doors of your house vibrate. And also there are unpleasant sounds. Some sounds of vehicles, some horns of vehicles, and the high sounds of radios, they are unpleasant. And also there are pleasant sounds. What are the pleasant sounds? We like to hear the music and some sound of birds. They are pleasant. So both these pleasant and unpleasant sounds take some energy. They have, that means the sound has energy. That energy we called sound energy. Dwani Shaktiya. ශබ්දයට තියෙනවා ශක්තියක්. ඒ ශක්තියට අපි කියනවා ධ්වනි ශක්තිය කියලා. We have discussed about sound and hearing when you were in grade 6. How the sound is produced. Sound is produced by vibrating something. After the vibration, we can hear a sound. So there is some energy of sound for the vibration. That's why our doors and windows vibrate when there is thundering. Because of the energy of thundering, the doors and windows vibrate. So we have discussed this property of sound by this activity, activity 7.8. Activity 7.8, you need a radio and piece of paper and some polystyrene. So first you have to place the front side, this is front side, place the front side of the radio, set upside. You have to set upside the front side. Then increase the volume of radio. We have to increase the volume of radio. Then we have to take a sheet of paper and put some polystyrene. Then hold this sheet of paper with polystyrene in front of the radio, near to the radio. Then you can feel the vibration of this paper and motion of polystyrene. You can do it at home. So it is clear that the sound contains some energy. That's why the paper was vibrated and the motion of polystyrene. So the sound contains some energy. The energy contained in sound we called sound energy, Dwani Shaktiya. So what is the energy transformation in the radio? Do you know radio is working by using electricity. That means electrical energy. What is the energy transformation? Here we can hear the sound. So electrical energy is transformed into sound energy. This is the energy transformation we can see in the radio. I think you have seen when we are doing a large meetings, and normally when you are doing your school assembly, we are using loudspeakers because the normal sound is not sufficient to hear. Here we are using loudspeakers. The sound is amplified by using electricity. Here the sound is amplified. That means the sound is increased by using loudspeakers. Then you can do assignment 7.3. You have to name 4 instances where sound is used. 4 instances where sound is used. You can write it.